That's my car. Hi.
Hi, Ashley.
My bad.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for
So
having me.
Yeah, we've been doing some interviews daily, kind of checking in since there's no races going on and seeing how everybody's doing.
Right.
So, have you been at home?
Yeah, I'm sitting in my garage right now.
Just in
And
your
there's my
garage?
little doggy. Well, I just got back from a bike ride, so the timing worked out. So
Oh, very nice.
this is where it landed. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a lot of people are staying home from work. That's what's been going on for you too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird here. It's pretty rural. I live in Southwest Idaho. So I live in a subdivision, but like right over there is just a gigantic hundreds of acre hayfield, and then on the other side of that is an Angus farm place. So it's weird because people are still like out, but home also means like in the middle of the field. So there's nobody out there. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, at least you still got some outdoor time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so like you can go like a couple of miles around your house and still not see a person. So that's nice.
That's good. So, how have you been feeling since the races all got postponed this season?
Yeah, I think kind of like everyone else, sad. But I mean, everyone's in the same boat, I guess. So that's the only thing that kind of gives me any faith. Not any faith, but yeah, at first, so it happened like right before the San Luis Obispo race for Spartan, and I get like really stressed out traveling anyways. I don't know, that's just a thing that bothers me. So that like it kind of took me off guard for a while, but I realized it's just a thing. I just hope we get to race again this year. So
yeah, me too. It'll be really interesting to see how it affects like the national series and everything, considering that it's all going to either have to be shorter races or I don't know.
Or even and I read, I don't know. I think that's the hard part, is not knowing what to expect. So, what do you do in the meantime? And I've read articles saying that, this is going to happen till 2022, and I was like, oh my God, I can't read this stuff anymore.
No,
pretend I didn't say that. I saw it this morning, and I was like, nope, delete, I can't read it. No.
I can't handle that.
No. Yeah, that's a long time. Oh, God.
No, you're good. So if was there one race this year that you were especially looking forward to?
Actually, so yeah, kind of, sort of. My last year I raced a lot, like everything basically on the East Coast, or on the West Coast, not East Coast. Mm-hmm. And then I went to all of the U.S. National Series races, wherever they were, and the Mountain Series. And that was a lot. So this year I was trying to really like hone in on the U.S. National Series. So I kind of had an agenda, and now I feel like, it just got put on pause. I'm going to say pause. So yeah, I was really excited actually about Seattle. I wanted to, I wanted to crush some people in some really wet, crappy weather. So to be super honest.
Well, that's awesome. I know the Seattle one is a great venue. So
yeah, and I've raced there a lot now, but like just over the years. So I like last year when it was terrible, I actually did really well, and so I was hoping for that again. Sorry, my dog's about to chase a dog down the road.
No, you're good.
So
so with this, how has your training been looking?
So actually, I have a gym in my garage, I spend a lot of time out here, just, so it hasn't actually changed that much, because I could still cross train, ride my bike, and then I train a lot on an elliptigo, and then I run out in the hills near here a lot, and there's still not a lot of people out there, so it hasn't actually changed that much. Obviously, workouts have changed just because there's no specific races coming. Mm-hmm. So I've still been able to get most of the work in, which I think a lot of people may not actually be in that position, which sucks.
Yeah.
So they've had to be a little more adaptable, but I've been fortunate in that respect, I think. So.
Yeah, it's nice that you still have some trails open. I know some people in the places they live that those are closing because they're just too populated. So.
Right. Well, and so where I actually run, it's a trail system, but it is, but it isn't. It's all open range. So in
Nice.
Idaho, that, cows everywhere, in the summertime. So like the trail systems in Boise have a lot more restrictions, but out there, there's like nobody ever around. And so even if they shut it, like if they said these are closed, like I don't even know if they could do that because they still have to let the farmers and stuff out there to get to the cows.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
You're kind of making your own trails.
Yeah, kind of. Like sometimes you just are like, oh, where does this go? And it's actually like a cow trail that's not really a trail, and you just follow it and then come to like a barbed wire fence that you go through and then keep going up. So yeah, there's no rules.
Yeah, I've been noticing you've been posting training tips on your Instagram. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of started that before all this happened, and because I know I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask me like specific questions, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to keep this going. And I've seen a lot of stuff from other people about how sad they are or upset, and I get that. So I was just trying to keep things as normal as possible, and I'm still doing those things, so maybe it will help other people feel better. I don't know.
I do think that's a good idea because sometimes people don't know what to do at home if they're used to going to a gym or something like that. They just need some ideas, some inspiration. So it's been really cool.
Yeah, and well, I mean, all the home workouts and stuff, like I don't want to overdo it because there's been a lot of that, but I don't know.
For sure.
I'm just gonna keep doing me, whatever.
Yeah. So if anyone has a specific question for a training tip for you, how can they ask?
You could shoot me a DM or ask on here. There's a few people watching. Jackson, come here. Yeah, that anything. Just send me a message. I'm usually pretty responsive to people. So, great. And I'm working from home, so I check social media all the time.
All right. So, let's see. What are you doing to stay positive or motivated during this time?
Yeah. So actually, that's a really good question. I thought, like, when people ask me that question in the past, I'm like, well, it's just ingrained in me. That's what I do. But I'm actually finding that without having races, I'm kind of like, this is a little harder than I thought it was before because this has never been an issue for me. I mean, I still like to be outside and stuff, so that alone, like, just keeping my sanity helps. Mm-hmm. But I think, well, so I work with a sports psychologist. That's helped a lot because just kind of helped me like focus on things that I can be doing now during this time. So like, again, keeping consistency, like kind of we're backing off and going more to base training stuff, but then still, working on what weaknesses I have and looking at it as now I have time to develop those before the next race comes rather than thinking about what I've lost. So really it's kind of a matter of just reframing. And I know that's hard sometimes, and I'm not perfect, I will say that. But like today, I didn't want to ride my bike on the roads, so I took one of them out to the hills and rode with my dog. And that was just a way better space for me personally. So that's what I did, because that's what I needed at that time.
That's good. Yeah. Because of the way that the OCR season is, it's always so long. And now this year, it's just so different than everybody's used to. So
right. Well, yeah, and everybody's been complaining wanting a shorter season. I'm like, well, you got it.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah. 2 races done.
Terrible.
I know it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Have you had any extra time to try new things? Do some hobbies that are outside OCR or training?
Yeah, so I actually picked this up again before. My husband and I run a real estate team, a team of agents, and that has been kind of hard. We're considered essential, but people still aren't really like wanting to open their homes to people to like show, like I wouldn't want strangers in my house right now. I'd be like,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna put on a hazmat suit, you'd stay out. So that's slowed a little bit. I mean, we're still doing what we can, like marketing wise and stuff. But yeah, so to answer the question with less words, sorry.
No, you're good.